Welcome back to Let's Go Spurs USA. We are here to rank our players for this season. It's going to be interesting. We're going to get into it. I left out players that didn't play a ton of minutes. Radu, a lot of the youngsters. These are our core players that played a lot of minutes. You may not like these ratings. Let me know what you think in the comments, but take a look. Here we go. Archie Gray, I gave him a 7. Why? Because, man, at one point in the season, it felt like he was the only one who cared, the only one showing passion, effort, going and clapping for the fans at the end of matches. I was like, give this man the armband. What is going on? Everyone else seems to have given up, so for him, I'm going to give him a 7. Tony Kinski, also a 7. It may be recency bias, but after that night in Madrid, I was like, get this man as far away from Tottenham as possible. We don't need this. What's going on? But then, man, he really proved himself. He showed heart. He showed everything at the end. And for that reason, I give him a 7. Making saves, playing well. Overall, I got to give credit where credit is due. Ben Davis, I gave him a 6. He didn't play a ton, but, man, he showed character, leadership. He was there with the team the night before the last game. Overall, great leader, great servant for the club, and I'm excited to see what he goes on to next, even though I'm sure it won't be with Spurs. Brennan Johnson again, Olay. I gave him a 5 because honestly, I don't remember a lot of what he did this year. It felt like he was backing up Kudus, and then all of a sudden he was gone. Turns out, would have been nice to have another attacking player that might score a couple goals from just showing up in the right place, right time, but give him a 5. He was there. He's gone. Best of luck to him. Conor Gallagher, I've given him a 6. He came in January to a really weird situation, a tumultuous time for the club. At first, to be honest, it felt like he was just running. He was just running everywhere, not really touching the ball a lot, just energy, not doing a lot. But he really redeemed himself at the end, and I think it shows how important coaching is, because De Zerbi just got a lot out of him. He played great in that 10 role, providing a little bit of creativity, even though I don't think he's a natural 10, to be honest, but he did well, so I've given him a 6. Cuti Romero, 5.5. I know, is that a little harsh for someone who's a really high-quality football player? Well, I'm rating him overall as our captain, as a player, someone whose form dropped a little bit throughout times in the season, but really it comes down to leadership. I mean, unnecessary, dangerous tackles, even though I think he is reffed unfairly, but just you can't be making decisions like that as the leader. I think the mood is slipping, man. The captain's got to do more. And then the whole thing with Argentina. I'm glad he showed up at the game, but we really know he wasn't planning on it. I mean, De Zerbi said as much in his press conference. So overall, I have to give him a 5.5. It's a little harsh, I agree, but that's what I got to do. Destiny Udogie, I've given him a 6.5. I think he was solid. He avoided a lot of injuries. He avoided a lot of computing. He avoided a lot of those things as opposed to the past. Overall, I think he did good. He played well. Good job. Big Dom Solanke. This little injury turned into most of the season. I don't know what happened. It's not really his fault. But all of a sudden, someone who wasn't prone to injuries is getting injured all the times. I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm going to rate the Tottenham medical staff at -4. Okay? What are we doing? Anyway, back to Dom. Yeah, I mean, I think he did good in some games, but really when he came on the pitch, it didn't seem like he was a big difference maker. I don't remember him having a lot. Honestly, gave him a little extra credit for the scorpion kick, because it gave us a highlight moment in a season of lowlights. Big Vicario. I've given him a 6. I don't get the hate. I don't think he's really as poor out of the back. I don't get as nervous as some people do, but I think he's a good shot stopper. I think he's going to be somewhere else next season. Best of luck to him. João Palhinha, I've given him a 7.5. I know there have been games that it just seemed a little bit lackadaisical, but I just think he's come in, he's made tackles, he's played his heart out. He's had a bicycle kick at one point. He had 2 major goals, so it may be recency bias, but man, I hope we sign him. It sounds like De Zerbi wants to sign him. overall, great player. I think he's done great. Let's keep him here at Tottenham. Kevin Danzo, 6.5. I think he's been solid. I think he played his role. I think when he's come in for Romero at the end, he did great. I've got to knock him a little bit for some mistakes at the end, but overall, solid player. Sounds like an awesome guy. Good job. Lucas Bergvall, I've given him a 6. I feel like we didn't see a ton of him, and when he came in, he gave us exactly what you'd expect. Energy, passion, physicality, running. Not as technical as a lot of our midfielders. He really relies on his athleticism and ability to bully people on the ball. But, I mean, I love him. I hope he has a good next season. Overall, good stuff. Matisse Tell, I've given him a 6.5. Now, I think he is a player that has massively suffered from our manager's incompetence. I mean, from being left out of the squad of the Champions League at the beginning when we definitely could have brought him. I can imagine for a young player that's got to that's got to hurt the ego, that's got to hurt everything. But even when he was playing well, it felt like he would play well and then not play for a while. And at the end, he put in a lot of good shifts. He made excuses. He made mistakes, but he also made big plays, but he's a young guy. I think overall he did good. I hope he stays. I hope he continues to develop under De Zerbi. I think he's going to be a great player. Mickey Van de Ven, 7. I've given him a 7 overall. He had a bit of a lack of quality in the dark times this season, as well as he just felt like some attitude issues. I think I saw him yelling at fans and just it didn't seem like his heart was there. It felt like he was like, all right, Spurs are going down, I'm going to get out of here. But I really saw it turn around, even under Tudor, but definitely under De Zerbi. He put on the captain's armband, played passionately. And I agree with De Zerbi. He's one of the best, if not the best, left side center back in the league. I think he's overall a very high quality player. We saw a different side of him. It wasn't just his crazy pace that he was showing off this year, but he was showing his solid defense. Risky, but maybe not. High reward, high risk challenges in the box where he's sliding in, but I don't think he conceded a penalty from any of them. So overall, great stuff from Mickey. Mohamed Kudus, I think I have him rated the highest as an 8. Man, our season really went downhill once we lost him. We had so much creativity. I mean, you remember that game where he's crossing it in. Richie was hitting that crazy scissor kick. Man, it was so good. He was doing a great job playing the game, providing creativity. And I'm excited for next season to see him under De Zerbi. Sarr, I gave him a 6. He was here. He played. I don't think he's going to be here next year. He had an amazing start to the season. Like preseason in the first couple games, he was like in the 10. But then he was just solid midfielder to bring on and run and do good. So overall. Pedro Porro, I've given him a 7. Man, this man is Iron Man. I feel like he started every game, played well. He's not exactly an elite defender, but he is an elite crosser of the ball, a good right back. Overall, I think he did great. He was one of the bright spots, always keeping his head up, playing hard every single game. Randall Kolo Muani, send him back. PSG needs to be tried for war crimes for sending this man to us. I never want to see Kolo Muani in a Spurs shirt ever again. I don't even want the highlights. Strip it from the record. It was not good. Bentancur, I gave him a 7. I just feel like we feel safe. We feel technically sound when he's on the field. 7, good stuff. Souza, I feel like we didn't see a ton of him, but man, I think he was up for it when he came in. I'm excited to see. I think I've given him a 6. Curious to see what happens in the future. Wilson Odobert, I've given him a 6.5. I think he was good. I think he was trending in a great direction when that unfortunate injury happened. I don't think he was a world beater. I don't think he was world class quite yet, like some people were alluding. But overall, I think he did a good job this season. Javi Simmons, 6.5. I was gutted for him all season. I feel like we just set him up to fail. We hardly played him in the 10 for the first half of the season. I feel like he would have a great game and then sit on the bench for games. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. I really think he gave us these brilliant moments of quality and creativity. I really want to see what happens when he comes back from his injury, but I'm gutted for the guy at this time period, getting that ACL. But hey, here we go, next season. Lastly, Basuma, I've given him a 6 actually. Now, some people might not love that. But I feel like there was just weird tension with the club. Is he leaving? Is he going to get sold? Is he trying to keep his UK passport? But at the end of the day, when he was called upon, he showed up. He played hard. What more can you ask for a guy? But this is my rankings. Go ahead, share any disagreements in the comments. Subscribe, follow along with the journey. And here we go, man. Go Spurs USA. Peace.